Our first two are multiple choice. They want us to pick the function that best represents what's happening. So number 1 says x squared minus 2. So it's notice all of my functions are already a quadratic. So we know that that's the shape. What does the plus 2 tell us that the parabola did?
Is it quadratic?
It is quadratic, yep. And then the minus 2 on the end means it's going to go down 2 units. So which one of these has a vertex that went below the origin?
B.
Part B. So this is our answer choice for that one.
So that's what we're doing this whole.
I think just 1 and 2 are multiple choice. I think there's a little bit of everything going on. So number 2 is yours. Hopefully it looks better on your paper. Can you read those graphs okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this bottom section, they want you to write the equation. So I'm going to do 3, 5, 7. You are going to do 4 and 6. Okay. So number 3 is an absolute value that had a vertical shift down and a horizontal shift to the right. So I know absolute value means there's going to be some bars, right? Vertical shift down, there's going to be a minus 5 on the outside. Horizontal shift to the right, remember inside opposite, that's going to show up as a minus 3 inside with my x. So when I write this function, f of x is going to equal the absolute value. Remember this was inside my bars, so x minus 3, and then we have a minus 5 on the outside. All right. Number 5. We have a square root, so that means it's going to look something with that radical symbol. A vertical shift down, so again, we're going to subtract 2 on the end of it somewhere. Horizontal shift left, inside opposite, we're actually going to add 7 inside that radical. So we're going to have f of x equals, inside my radical with my x, we're going to have x plus 7. And then on the outside, we're going to do minus 2. Some places might do this in parentheses. It's not wrong. It can go either way. Some places do parentheses to show what is inside the radical. Because sometimes you're not really sure if it's handwritten, what is or isn't under the radical. Number 7 gives us a vertex for a quadratic, so we know it's x squared. To be moved to negative 5 minus 2 means it moved to the left 5 and it went down 2. So when I put it in my function, that's actually going to show up as a plus 5 because it's going to be opposite, right, with my x somewhere. And then this minus 2 is going to be on the end. Okay, so this minus 5 is going to be with my x. So f of x is going to equal x plus 5 squared, and then minus 2 on the end like that. Okay. Questions about writing your functions. So you're going to do a linear function for number 4, and then you're going to do a quadratic function for number 6. Eight, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All of these, this is the whole back page, right? Yeah, the whole back page, you're given a graph, and then you're going to write the equation, okay? So first, you got to recognize what the parent graph is. Again, I'm going to do the odds. So number 9 has a V shape. I know this is going to be an absolute value function, okay? You're not going to be asked to know like vertical stretch or horizontal stuff when it comes to looking at graphs. You can't really, it gets complicated to figure those pieces out. You're going to focus more on up, down, left, right movement and any reflections that happened. Okay, so with this absolute value, I see my vertex. It got moved down 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it went to the left 5. So it went left and down. So in my function, going to the left 5 is represented by adding a 5. And then we have our minus 3 on the outside. All right. Questions on how we did that one for number 9? All right. What kind of function is number 11? Which one looks like a rainbow with like a pot of gold? A square root. This is a square root function, so we know we're going to have that radical symbol in it somewhere. My pot of gold looks to be about right here, where my x is a 2 and my y is a 3. So how am I going to show right movement of 2 in my function? Yeah, so we're going to do the opposite. We're going to subtract it from my radical. And then to show plus 3, we're going to add that on the outside. What's up? Yes. What kind of function is number 13?
Absolute.
It's an absolute value, so we know we're going to have those bars there. It's the first one. There you go. So my vertex, it didn't go anywhere on my x. My x is still 0, but my y is 3. So since it didn't move left or right, then x is just still going to be by itself within the bars. And then we're going to have plus 3 on the end to show the up. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so today's focus is all about writing the functions, whether it's in a description or from a graph. Writing the equation. So we're going backwards from what we did last week. Our last one, number 15. What kind of function is number 15? 15? There's a curve. This is a quadratic. Yeah, this is going to give us a curve. It's going to give us a U shape. We know it was an x squared function. Yeah, it didn't move at all, did it? We're still sitting at the origin. Yes, so this one is the parent function. So it's just going to be x squared. It didn't go anywhere. All right. So real quick little lesson today. It kind of sums up what we did last week. Just work on the rest of class, doing the rest of this piece of paper. I can stamp you if you would like a stamp. And then tomorrow we're going to do a digital card sort. So please have your Chromebooks. It's not going to work on your phones. So make sure you have your Chromebooks tomorrow to do that.